It's about 3 years, so you'll have to cut me some slack. But my name is Richard Temple, and this is not a poem. If it were, we might expect a prosody, contrived as formal stanza structure like iambic walking bass pentameter with sneaky hidden rhymes or similar. Or we'd expect a scansion, crafted and self-aware, with attention to diction, so I would never dare to call this a poem. Truth to tell, a truly traditional quatrain of perfectly composed poetic prose assumes artful alliteration and articulation lamentably lacking from this miserable metaphor mishmash. In poetry, we could expect subtle use of simile to express spectral emotions and ideas as oily water dripping from shiny rock to form mineral solidity, like Edith at the fall of Sodom. What is a poem? From the Greek, to make. An artifice of arrangement, ideas given intensity, a wandering clarity, a language of beauty, not a self-referential travesty of parody. No. This is not poetry. It's lacking a beat to mimic the heart, to open the mind, to delve deep inside to a place where the words speak direct to the soul, to connotations beyond simple words and ideas until minds become merged, embraced in a light from primordial fire and natural desire to be one. Or a poem might rhyme, if inclined to resign to a streamlined design of a kind much maligned and a mind unconfined, disinclined to refine, leave behind the blind grind enshrined in mankind. But not here, no fear. I'm no Shakespeare, it's clear. What kind of narcissism, cynicism, egotism could lead to such aphorisms, such degrees of rank nihilism, literary onanism? No, not me. No sirree. Most definitely not poetry. And neither is it a bloody haiku. Evoking nature's pure beauty and majesty in just a few words. As I could. Right, okay. This is a poem about neurodiversity. When I was a kid, on the school reports, whatever you used to say, doesn't mix well, or he's scatterbrained, daydreamer, he's lazy, he says inappropriate things, he's just a weird kid. A couple of years ago, I was diagnosed as autistic with ADHD, dyspraxia, dyskonometria, aphantasia, generalised anxiety disorder, pathological demand avoidance, and revenge sleep procrastination. So it turns out they're absolutely right. On the nose. And this is my response to that diagnosis. This is called neuroverse. Middle-aged man, dispossessed, distressed. Diagnosis of neurosis superseded at best. Brain is divergent, its function insurgent. It's not a disease, just a different perspective. It's subjective, removed from the collective, not defective, not neurotypical, linguistically hypocritical. Calling disorder is clinically cynical. Difference disorder is clinically cynical. Pinnacle irony explains the anxiety, neurovariety. Me being me defines impropriety outside of society. But this is just how you might view my reality. Empathy, sympathy, all this futility. We have different ways when I don't meet your gaze or remember your face or your name and I phrase my speech in a way that suggests a gain or apportioning blame or in some way defaming your typical brain. I mean no offence, that's not my intent. As hell's road is paved with the best of intentions, by dissension from conventions, conversational pretensions, I'm eternally damned by misapprehension. I'm not neurodiverse, in fact quite the reverse. It's perverse to infer normal might be adverse to reality, chronically recurring banality, an idiosyncrasy that incomprehensibly posits reality as neurodemocracy. I'm the same as before, and I'm sure you'll afford me habitual courtesy, free from adversity. If I'm able to label by way of alleviance, allow me to reinvent, pose my own argument. Disobedient, yet radiant. I'll take neurodeviant. Cheers, guys. If you can find the young lady with the rabbit ears, we've got some free stickers that for anyone in the room who shares my deviance, would like to be an authorised neurodeviant. Right, this is for anyone. For anyone who's been here all afternoon, actually, you can look at what I've just done, and it's like sort of a meta breakdown of the structure of poetry, followed by reaction to a late diagnosis of autism. And you might think this is just a scrappy retread of Jenny Pascoe's set, really. But yeah, it's purely coincidental. So this is a poem about a vegan sausage roll. It's a real poem. You can tell it's a real poem because it starts with O. Oh, where is my sausage roll? I checked the fridge, but it's not there. I bought it yesterday from a food fair. Artisan baked, fresh and rustic, lovingly handcrafted by hipsters. Not meat, of course, nothing dyed. Suitable for vegans, no less. The baker assured me it was not real. Perhaps then, that explains its current absence from my fridge. If not real, can we expect it to now reside in kitchen appliances? Imagination clothed in pastry could easily slip through the subtle dreams we third-dimensional saps call solids. Perhaps, in fact, I never bought it. Possibly cowed by the spiritual shock of an unreal sausage, I recoiled, reassessed and let it slide to avoid existential ecocide. Maybe it's me. Could I have fallen unaware? Over there, through the spiderweb that divides us from the world beyond, where all along the fridge was righteously sausage-free. Oh, my housemate found it in Tupperware, so that's a relief. And furthermore, it turned out to be sage and onion rather than sausage, regardless of reality or otherwise. Yeah. Right, I've only done this one once before at Paradox Festival earlier this year, so it's still in my hand-scrawled notes, but I thought it might work tonight. This is called Body Snatcher. I woke to find myself inside the frail and flabby body of a tired old man. Though he didn't seem to mind, I was quite frankly horrified. I mean, I don't intend to sound unkind. It's not just vanity and pride, but his flabby mottled thighs and belly caught me by surprise. I tried to think it through, to focus sleepy, tired eyes and rationalise, but to no avail. I failed to find any explanation for this uncanny transformation. A monstrous metamorphosis of Kafkaesque proportions. Through a moribund misfortune of distortions and contortions, I'd rudely claimed possession of a body and a mind and left my own behind. He turned out to be a gentleman and said that I was welcome, and with genuine emotion expressed appreciation for the company. So you see, we've become the best of friends, and though I'll never comprehend the forces and causes that led to this dilemma, we live together now, and somehow muddle forward to a mutual extinction with my elderly companion. He enjoys my raw vitality, and I his positivity, and though I miss my own body, he's a nice enough bloke, and at least he gets the joke. Emma mentioned that I've been published in Japan. I'm actually really proud of that, because I was published in a haiku journal in Japan. Yeah. 3 haikus in a Japanese journal. Coles to Newcastle. That's a haiku. I'm going to do a couple of haikus through the set, but normally the sort of convention is to do haikus twice so people have got a chance to catch the words. I'm not going to do that, you just have to listen the first time. These are 2 of the ones that they did actually publish in the Japanese journal, Paradise Japanese Haiku Journal. I am cuttlefish, jet-propelled cephalopod, self-defense with ink. And thank you. More astonishingly, they also published this, and I still can't quite believe they published this. Exhausted mind drifts, questions sexuality, too tired to think straight. They didn't publish this actually. I'm really proud of this. This is what I call a triku. It's a meta haiku about haiku with a double meaning and only 3 words, but it still fits the haiku 575. Ejaculative, oversimplification, anticlimactic. Cheers. How are we doing for time? We're catching up a bit, aren't we? If I keep going fast, we might just get there. Okay, this is called On the Bus. It takes on a whole new dimension now that we've heard from the elephant killer. This is On the Bus. There was a time when anything seemed possible, literally anything. I would argue that since our senses order and translate the chaos of energy we call the universe, there may be an elephant on the bus. Given the nature of infinity, there has to be, since the absence of an elephant would prove beyond doubt that reality is finite. I would sometimes dance to conversation. Then, in 1994, I began to lose control. My doctor called it a nervous breakdown. He was old-fashioned that way. I battled ever since to feel and touch the world I know must still be there, but I'm no longer so sure about the bus elephant. Oh, what am I doing? As I knew I would, I'm completely moving away from the set I'd arranged. And I'm going to do this actually. This is called, this is a found poem. This is a found poem for the Dignar International Poetry Festival in India. Assuming I can find it now, I've committed to doing it. Bear with me. It's worth it. Yeah, here we are. Okay, this is an email. I genuinely got this email. This is word for word. I've even left in the typos, which isn't intended to mock Govinda Biswas, who actually composed it, well, who actually wrote this as an email, but it makes it funnier. So this is the prompt for the Dignar Online International Poetry Festival for last year, I think. Please send one English poem. Theme of love, women, empowerment, nature, rivers, war and peace, hunger, education, symbiosis. Man is for man. Birth and death, one world, one nation, global warming, natural disaster, plastics, nuclear weapons, Pandora's box, deeds of Good Samaritan, Florence Nightingale, Martin Luther King Jr., women pharaohs of Egypt, queens, Hatshepsut, Nefertari, Nefertiti and Cleopatra, paradise, animal kingdom, etc. Within 20 lines. I did send one in actually, and they didn't accept it, so I never did it. But that poem that I did send in that they didn't accept is now available in the Morecambe Festival Anthology, which you can buy over there. This is called Global Warming. Whispers of worms on the wind exhale, winding and weaving warnings, throbbing, pulsating, decomposing, the whole world rotting, glutinous guts grown with gastric gases and defecated mountainous moist mulch, composting, dissolving, fetid and fermenting, a global necropolis hisses, dismisses decaying dermal crust, inexorable consumption, vermicular digestion, a graveyard gastronomy, grim mastication gives birth to flickering, flailing life, and the whisper of worms on the wind exhale, belching. Yeah, well, I'm on the last one then apparently, so yeah, that's fair enough. Do this. I don't have any books out, so I'm in that anthology. I'm in quite a lot of anthologies, but I don't have any books of my own out. But if you find the lady with the bunny ears, I do have poetic licenses, which are rather wonderful, and they're for sale. And I also have a load of free stickers, if anyone wants a free sticker. So come talk to Bunny afterwards. And this is about the fact that I don't have a book deal. This is called Book Deal. Just write with honesty and with passion. Remember, rhyme is our fashion. Dress in black like Johnny Cash, and you will have a book deal. I tap a vein of pure romance. Adopt a bold, poetic stance. I'll throw in some interpretive dance, if I can have a book deal. I overflow with sympathy for Sylvia Plath and her misery. I read it in the voice of Morrissey. At least you got a book deal. I ask for publishing advice. You say, edit, be concise. I drop 12 stanzas. Jesus Christ, just give me a fucking book deal. I think about it all the time. I want to sign the dotted line. The ink is blood, the print is fine. Whatever, it's a book deal. It's not that I'm not literary, but other skills are necessary. Well, I can dance like Brian Ferry. Too cool to get a book deal. Thank you very much. Very kind. Shout out to the Monkey Poets who arranged all this, amazing. Oh, and also Steve already gave a shout out to Culture Matters. Yeah, absolutely. Another shout out to Culture Matters. I was in, they want all our teeth to be theirs a couple of years ago. Do it.